You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Google signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be doing big things, don't even.
Welcome back, everyone, to the newest edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy Janlutis, and I'm telling you guys, we have been hitting the ground running, traveling to schools to impact students. Shout out to Michigan State University. Speaking to companies, speaking to corporations, helping bring the results. Crossing 30,000 subscribers here on YouTube, helping people grow, thrive, and move forward in their lives. At the same time, going through struggles in our own right. Because with all the successes that you and I both achieve and go through, there are always hurdles and there are always lessons that we need to learn along the way. And life is going to teach us a lesson, but we need to be receptive to it. We need to understand the process so we can come out better on the other side of that lesson. And that is a factor of the game of life. But we need to understand how to actually play that game. And that is a key point of today's message for you. But before we get into it, have you subscribed to our channel yet? Every single Sunday, we are bringing you a message or an interview to help you elevate, to gain knowledge, to gain wisdom, and to grasp the next steps that you can take for yourself to achieve those goals, to tap into a greater version of yourself. Subscribe and become a part of our channel, and hit that alert bell as well so you know exactly when we post throughout the week with a post, a short, a video, whatever it might be, sent right to you. And hit that thumbs up button as well to like this message here on YouTube. I'm telling you, all of it helps, and all of it helps bring this message to you here and now. And to start, I want to pose a question for you. When is the right time in life to be afraid? Is it okay? Is it a limitation? The majority of us know fear holds us back, but how do we step through that fear? Is there even a process to help us through fear when life does not go our way? Let's dive in, right? When is the right time to be afraid? Because fear is a factor of life. Like I said, there is no doubt about that. But the level at which you allow fear to control you in your circumstances is your decision. Because if we look at this from a faith perspective, from a higher spiritual perspective, trusting that what is happening in my life isn't happening to me, but is happening for me. Trusting that God, your higher power, has your back. And then actively taking steps that we need to take on our end to then move forward. If that's the case, then regardless of what hurdle has popped up in our lives, it can always be used for our benefit. Always works together. But if we allow fear to slow us down, or to slow our minds down for that matter, to where all we are thinking about is the worst case scenario, to where we have been consumed with what was or what happened, that we can't see what we can do right now to then help us. What action step? If we allow our fear to take that stranglehold upon us, we won't move forward, and we'll create a self-fulfilling prophecy over and over again, living out the same pattern, because that fear is then directing us. Because we don't get up and take some form of action. And then we aren't trusting and having hope that help is not just on the way to us, but in reality is already here for us now. Life itself is a training ground. And the trainings or lessons that we need to learn all elevate us up the spiritual ladder, but in turn, elevate us up the personal ladder too. We grow, we get better, we succeed. Regardless of what level someone else is at in their life, in their business, or in their relationships, whatever it might be, the fact of their result is not meant to deter you from your results, but in turn inspire you and show you that this can be your result as well. Do not compare yourself to others, but learn from others. Everything you go through is meant to help you grow at a deeper level. But we need to become aware of that and open our eyes to then see that. So now connecting the dots. 1, if God, the universe, your higher power, has a hand on you in your situation. 2, you can look back at your life and find some moment where in hindsight, you can see why it happened the way it did. There was some lesson that you need to learn by going through that. And because you did it, it helped you further down the path. 3, in this moment, you are taking action to the best of your ability for what you can do in this moment now to help the situation. Even if it only moves the dial forward just a little bit, it is the best plan of action here and now to better the situation. 1, 2, and 3. If that is our game plan, is there a time to be afraid? We're all at different levels. So some could say yes. I can say yes in some regard as well, without a doubt. But even if there is fear and we choose to step forward anyways, even if there is fear and we choose to trust God regardless, and even if there is fear and we realize it has worked out in the past, so this can work out as well, and this will work out as well. When we become aware of these areas, the fear begins to then subside. Our lives are no longer controlled by the fear that wants to then hold us back, the comfort zone that wants to hold us back. We begin to realize that all things work together for us. We begin to see our role in this game of life as well, because we can trust God and we can trust that He has the end already figured out. But we still have a role to play as well by taking an action step to start the domino effect. Our faith is at its most powerful to change our lives and change the world when we put action behind it. And with every step that we take, our faith grows stronger because we become more aware of the signs along the way that tell us we are on the right path. With every single step that we take, we realize that the time we allowed fear to keep us stuck was only necessary for a moment until we understood that there is a greater plan in all of this. And with every single step that we take, our fear becomes smaller and becomes smaller because our faith grows stronger and our faith grows stronger. This is a lesson of life that we all learn at one time or another. And the more we step through our fear, the more we realize it never had control over us other than the control we chose to give it. Our faith is our greatest gift. But until we become aware of that gift and begin to step into it, the doors that we are meant to open could stay shut longer than they need to be. And I don't say all of this to tell you that your fears are not valid, but I say all this to tell you to take a step back and see the deeper meaning in your fear. If you removed it, what would you do next? If your life has been a series of events that are all meant to help you and teach you something greater about you, what is this moment teaching you here and now? What is calling out to you to get you to become aware of? These deeper questions grow our awareness, and when our awareness grows, we begin to see ourselves in the light we were always meant to see us as. And in that light, there is nothing to fear. We conquered it. And when we conquer it, it has no control over you. You have always been able to move freely in your life. You have always had the ability to create in your life. All that was needed was the push to do so. And what you went through was used as the push to get you to this realization point. It took you out of that comfort zone so you could realize this. It always works together because there is always a greater plan. What it looks to you like right now may not be what it looks like from another's perspective. And what it looks like right now will not be what it looks like a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. It will be used for your benefit, but it's on you to trust, and it's on you to keep moving forward. Let the pain settle, without a doubt. Let the wound heal, but do not stop moving forward towards what you want, because this is your life, and you can make it what you choose to, but don't let your fear step in and hold you back from reaching that goal. raise your perspective. And as I say to my clients, sometimes we need to try and see our situation from God's perspective, a godly perspective on your life. If you know you won't give up on what you want, you already know it's going to happen. Meaning you already know the end from the beginning. What's going on right now is just the training steps to get there. Trust it. Trust in that. Trust in your higher power. Trust in yourself. But to my first question at the start of this video, when is the right time to be afraid? Sometimes for a season, but only for the amount of time that you allow yourself to be bogged down by that fear. You choose. But if you know those 3 points that I mentioned and you trust those 3 points that I mentioned, does your fear really hold any power over you? Something to think about. But I'm going to close it off here, guys. Regardless of the level of faith that you are at right now, it is growing in all of us. Act on it when you can and trust at all times. And your situation, without a doubt in my heart, will improve. I can guarantee that for you. But thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to Once a Week if you have not already. Hit that button below. Like this message by hitting the thumbs up button as well. And please, guys, if at any moment someone popped in your mind because they need this as well, share this message to them. Lend a hand and help someone else out. Not to share me, not to share the channel, but to help someone in need. That's why this channel is here. And if you or anyone you know is in need of a coach to help in the areas discussed today, or any of the areas discussed on this channel, guys, head to BillyGLifeCoaching.com and you can set up a free call with me. And I'm going to be right there for you because I want to be right there for you. And check out our 5-day mindset detox with the link in the description. Could be the starting point for everything that we discussed today. To step into that faith and let go of that fear. Think about it, guys. Comment below, reach out, find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook, and start a conversation because I want to be there for you. Otherwise, I'll see you next week.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there. Yeah, I got game, God in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Bugle signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be doing big things, don't even have a deal. Yeah, I battle through these bars, yeah, I always bunk a hill. I know that any city I go in, that I be flyer than Logan, and I be flying high. I want the ship up in here, all the way to Shanghai. And my name's not Joe, but I'm not your average guy. I be killing it, east side rapping cause I'm writing where I'm from. And I know for hella sure that I'm right with what I done. In a minute I'ma win it, chillin' with all these women. It's a dream I've been chasing and I'm never gonna pace it. This is something really got lost in. Everybody said no and now they all want it. Yeah, you all better love